Welcome back to this series, this vehicle tracking series. And today we are going to select a vehicle and try to see how it maneuvers on our site layout. So the first thing we are going to do is to make sure we are on the vehicle tracking tab. So here we have many tabs in Civil 3D. So vehicle tracking is not a default tab. You will have to install vehicle tracking for you to see this tab. So make sure you're in this vehicle tracking tab, and if you don't know how to install vehicle tracking, I have a video on how to install vehicle tracking. You can check that. So let's continue. So the next thing we're going to do is to select a vehicle from Vehicle Explorer. So let's do that. So we can either go to Vehicle Explorer up here, or we can just select Auto Drive Arc. So let me select the latter, and here I have a pool of vehicles that I can select from. So we have vehicles from various countries, but my vehicle of interest is from the US design vehicles here, and I want to pull that vehicle from the AASHTO design manuals. So here I come and select this vehicle, and these are the dimensions of the vehicle. And if you want to see the vehicle much better, you just click on the vehicle diagram here, and here you can see the dimensions or the parameters of this vehicle. So these are in feet. This is because this layout was created in imperial units. So this drawing is in imperial units. That's why the dimensions here will appear in feet, which are imperial units. So if you're satisfied with this vehicle, you can click on proceed. So usually it's better to go with a worst case scenario. If you know your residential area or your layout is going to be dominated by, let's say, saloon cars, you better design it for a worst case scenario, let's say lorry, so that if it's good enough for a worst case scenario, then it will be good enough for saloon cars. And after all, it's lorries which move people into residential areas, and you have a truck which will be doing garbage and water and all that, and utility. So once you're done with that truck, you just click proceed, and here Civil 3D will ask you whether you want to make this vehicle your default vehicle. Just say no. And here we can even test on a parking lot to see. So this is too long a vehicle for our parking lot. So mainly this parking lot will be for saloon cars. But this car is good enough for testing whether our layout is good enough for turnings. So let's see. Just place the car. So you left click. And you can even select the orientation or the angle. So once you find the angle, you just left click again, and here this is just for confirming whether you want to reorient. So you can if you want to reorient, you want to place it your start point at another point, you can select that. If you want to choose another angle, you can also choose another angle, but I just want to proceed, so let me just proceed. And now you can start laying out your vehicle path. So you can see we're still on the 0. So we're just driving on the left side, which is the one we use in this country. So I just want to come and enter through here. So I just come here and start making my maneuver. Right. So I've made a very long maneuver. So I'm encroaching on some land here. So if I want to remove that turn, I can just come here and hover over this, and you'll see a red box. So I just click there and I remove that turn. I also want to remove this one so that I can start my turn earlier. So I start my turn here, then I come here, then I enter. So let this arrow guide you, and be careful not to encroach to the land next there. Just proceed. Okay, proceed. I proceed, and I proceed. So if you want to do a reverse, you can also do a reverse. As you can see, if I just hover my mouse here and do a reverse, I can still do a reverse. So that's a reverse. And if I right click to stop at that point and I escape, we can see the forward movement is in red, while this reverse is in a different shade. This is a red, but it's a different shade. So this just shows you how you can perform a reverse as well. So if you're okay with this, you can decide to animate and see how the vehicle goes. But this this diagram is already showing us that our vehicle is not encroaching to these other areas, and our vehicle is capable of making these maneuvers. So if you want to animate it, you can animate it, and you'll be presented with this, and you'll see your vehicle moving up there. And if you want it to move faster, it can even move faster. See the vehicle moving. Let's see whether it will perform a reverse here. So the vehicle is still moving. There you go, you can see the reverse. So you can close. So what we've done is that we've made sure we are in the vehicle tracking tab. We've selected our vehicle. We confirmed our units were in metric units. So if you want to confirm again, you can just type in units and hit enter. And as you can see, they are in feet, not meters. So those are imperial units. And then we drove the vehicle and we made the turns. So now I want you to do an exercise. So let me just give an exercise. Let me draw a polyline. So this is the exercise I want you to start from here and do a turn here and go and enter into the parking lot. You don't have to park it at the parking spot, but just start from this point to this point. So I'll be sharing this drawing in the description section. I'll share a link to this drawing. So please do this exercise. If you have any questions, please put them on the comment section. So see you in the next video.